Hey everybody, today Rahdo runs down a prototype of the Towers of Arkhanos, which is a dice drafting game where 2 to 4 players are mages harnessing the powers of magic dice to build mighty towers. And the way it works is, at the beginning of every round, we're going to draw a certain number of magic dice from the bag. In a 2-player game, it's 5 dice. Let's go ahead and draw and roll them. Boom. And now players will take turn drafting these dice. I got 2 purples, 2 oranges, and a gray right here. And let's see, what do I want to snag? Well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 towers we could be building using these dice. And this tower will take purples of any number, provided there's no more than 1 of a given type. This one oranges, but only 2 4s or 6s. So this orange 1 is no good, but the orange 2 could be used to build this tower. Down here, we want purples again. Purple 1s, 3s, or 5s. So neither of these purples could make a home down there. And none of these towers want this gray die, although you can use any color die you want to build in this central tower. You can see that. So I will have to pick one of my little apprentices or my master magician here to grab one of those dice. And what the heck, I'll go on ahead and start out by grabbing this orange, since it's the only orange that can be associated with this tower. Now, this little master mage can go take the die. What was it? It was a 2, right? Take the die here, here, or here into one of these 3 column spots. This one gives you 2 points. This one gives you points equal to the floor that the tower is. This is the ground floor, so it'll only be 1. But as you imagine, as a tower gets taller and taller and taller, this space can be worth more and more points. And this space is interesting because it doesn't give you points, but instead allows you to immediately deploy another one of your meeples, which is a big deal. So I think I'm going to skip on points, and instead I'm going to try and deploy a meeple. Now, I've got a choice. I can send this meeple to any of the other towers to start working on them, or I could send this meeple over to my spell book to learn a spell. In this case specifically, the number 2 spell, Math, which means in the future, I could take a die and turn it 1 or down, up or down by 1 value. So that's what I'm going to do, and that was my turn. Now, I've left these other dice for Jen. What's she going to take? Remember, this gray can't go anywhere but the center, and now this orange 1 can't go. But hey, these purples could, well, they can't come here because they're both evens, but Jen will grab one of these purples and send it over here. She'll take this purple too, and she's just after the points. She's just going to go on ahead and grab 2 points. Boom, boom. Alrighty. And now it is my turn again, and here's an interesting twist. Now that I've got this spell, I will use it to turn this 1 into a 2. And then, oh, wait, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait a little bit. Because, hey, there's a purple. If I was going to do this so I could get in over here again, but while this purple's here, I should use it to jump in on this tower. So, Jen's taking the 2-point spot. I could take the 1-point spot or another meeple deployment spot. I don't really want 1 point, so I'm going to deploy meeples again. So that means I'm deploying yet another one. So I could learn my level 6 spell if I wanted, or I could deploy this little guy to any of the other towers, just not to where he started. Because it's too bad, because if I could deploy him here, this tower would instantly be done and we would score it. But instead, I'm going to send him over here, onto the tower I'd already started. Now, when you deploy a meeple without a die to a tower, you don't get to use the special power of that space that you went. So, I just got over there, but now I'm trying to take clear majority of this tower. Jen, she's in the majority over here because she's used her master meeple, which counts as 2 meeples. So Jen's got a value of 2, I've got a value of 1. Alrighty, so that was my second turn. It is Jen's second turn now, and now what is she going to do? She could grab this orange or this gray 1, and no matter what, they're going to have to come over here to the center. And I'm hoping she grabs the gray, because if she grabs it, because I could still turn this orange into a 2, and then I could finish this tower this round. But Jen knows that, so she's going to snake this away from me and come over here to the central tower, because you can always come to the central tower. And she's not complaining about that, because whenever you go to the central tower, there isn't a choice of points or the deploying your meeples. Instead, it's always deploy a meeple when you go to the central tower, to learn a spell specifically. So Jen has just learned her manipulation spell, which is the most powerful one because it duplicates any other spell. So that was that, and the round is over. The last die that's left over ends up becoming a part of the mana pool. And that was the first round, just like that. And we haven't actually built any towers, so let's see if we can go a little bit longer. Jen now holds the bag, which is the first player marker, so she will roll 5 dice. And, all right, grays, pinks, and oranges. What the heck? All right, no purples to finish these things up, and these grays aren't any value, but let's see, Jen still gets first dibs. And what is she going to take? Wow, this orange can't come over here either, and Jen would desperately like to get in here because if I finish this tower before Jen does, then I will score all the points and she won't get any since I've already got 2 guys in there. And Jen knows, again, I could turn this 5 into a 6 or a 4 and get in there, so she's going to go on ahead and snag that one. And we're continuing to build this central tower because we've got a bunch of dice that aren't of any value for these towers. And so Jen has now learned the level 5 spell, which is the exchange spell. She could, on a later date, cast this spell to take one of these dice and swap with one from the mana pool. All right, so that was Jen's turn. I'm like, I'm so close to finishing that, but she grabbed the orange. All right. So what am I going to do? Well, all these dice are going to have to go into the center, and I guess I will go on ahead and do one now. Let's see here. I think I will take this gray 4 and come to the center tower, which means I have learned the level 4 spell, Metamorphose, which I'm happy about. And just like that, a tower is complete. Whenever all 3 pillars are done, we pause the game and score it. Now, Jen has the majority here. She's got 1-2 versus my 1. If I had my master magician here, we'd be tied up and split. But as it is, Jen has the majority. And in the center tower, the majority player gets 3 points, and whoever comes in second gets 2. So, Jen gets 3 points, I get 2. Jen is clearly in the lead, but I know, well, and actually she knows more magic, but I'm about to score this all myself. So anyway, when a tower is completed, all the meeples go back, the dice stay behind, and we start a second floor. Alrighty. All right, so that was Jen's turn. Or no, that was my turn. It's Jen's turn again. And again, we've got all these that won't do any good. So Jen will go on ahead and grab a pink 4 and bring him over here to learn the level 4 spell Metamorphose, but she's too late because now I am going to use my Metamorphose spell to treat the last die I can take as any color I want. I'm going to pretend this pink 6 is an orange 6, and boom, I got in here with the orange 6. And I'm here all by myself, woo-hoo! Which means in the outer towers, first place is 6 points, second place is 4 points. I've got this tower all to myself. And so I get 6 and Jen does not get second point. So just like that, I have definitely caught up on the points race. And now I get my meeples back, my master meeple and my regular meeple. And I'm hoping to get my master meeple over here so that I can lock this one up and get the majority there. But you'll notice this guy didn't come back because whenever you send one of your meeples out by using the meeple power to another tower, they become part of the tower itself. And boom, just like that, I now have a smaller workforce than Jen. But it was worth it to scope out that tower and keep her out of it completely. And now we've finished the second round, and there's more gray dice building up in the mana pool, but now gray dice are valuable because we have this tower where we need different value grays. Like over here, we need different value purples. We're gonna roll again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so suddenly, all these gray dice are very valuable, and Jen can do an exchange to turn. If I grab this gray die to get over here, but no, this is my chance. All right, I got to get in here. I will take a. Well, I can't take a purple 6. There's only purple 6s. No. Now is the time to use my math spell, and I will go on ahead and turn this purple 6 into a purple 5, and I'll take my master wizard here. And boom, I get 1 point because it's only on the first floor. But just like that, we finish this, and Jen has her master. I've got my master +1. I'm the winner again. I get 6 points, and Jen, for second place, gets 4 points. We get all of our little meeples back. And this tower is wrapped up. And there's now a second floor over here. More purples, but only 1s or 2s. So this purple 6 won't do any good. And we are going to keep on going like this for 8 or 9 rounds, depending on the player count, building up taller and taller towers, drafting dice, and using all kinds of spells. And that is the rundown on the Towers of Arkhanos, which is an absolutely delightful gateway, family-friendly style game. This is a great way to introduce the concept of dice drafting to folks who are new to modern designer board games, and it just works so well. It's easy to teach, it's fun, it's fast, there's really no downsides at all. Now, I will say for me and Jen, it's maybe a little bit on the light side, but I've talked to the developers, and they're already working on expansion content to do things like having alternate powers for the different levels of the towers and mercenaries and all kinds of cool stuff. So I think this game, Towers of Arkhanos, has a very, very bright future ahead of it. The base game is pure, fun, solid dice drafting, and there's lots of room to grow as the towers grow in the Towers of Arkhanos. And that's the rundown, folks. Thanks very much for watching. Have a very, very nice day. Talk to you later. So long. Bye-bye.